Alright guys, Unprofitable Diaries day 26. Backtesting. Now, backtesting, what is that? I'm going to make this video as quick as possible so I don't waste you guys' time. What is backtesting? What is my understanding of backtesting? And how can we use backtesting to become better traders? How do I use backtesting to become a better trader? Now, if you guys have any questions or if I misunderstood something, please let me know down below in the comments or contact me on social media. Please like and subscribe to this channel if you enjoy the content. If you enjoy the content. And let's get into the video. Backtesting. Now, backtesting is something that you use to define your strategy. Some people use it to create a strategy to see if the strategy works. I use it to just refine my strategy, make sure it works, and gather as much data on it as possible. So backtesting is when you go back to historical data, you go through the charts, you go through a day, the charts will print exactly how it did that chosen day in time, and then you'll just try a strategy. So this is Trade Seller right here. I'll leave the link in the description if I remember it. I'm not affiliated with them in any way yet. Maybe I'll do that. There's a referral program actually, so maybe I'll just create a link for you guys. Make sure to check them out. They're $29.99 a month if you guys want one account in journaling, and then you've got unlimited backtesting. If you need more accounts, then you're gonna have to pay $50 a month, but I'll just stick to the $29.99. So backtesting. This is my dashboard. This is not real money. This is just the money that I've gathered in one backtesting on 98 trades, because you can actually buy and sell on the days on historical data. So you'll just make demo money on it. So I've actually got multiple sessions right here. Me and my friend split this account, but I'll just create a test session now. So you can create a session. You can also do it on FX Replay, which is a good site. You also just create a session on FX Replay. I'll just say YouTube test session, test session for YouTube video. Playbook is something that I use as a checklist to make sure that the setups that I have occurred. We do not need a playbook right now. It's just a checklist where you check the different. I will choose my checkbook actually. You will choose my playbook. Symbols. What do I want to trade? I'll just choose my Nasdaq and S&P 500 in indexes, so because I do not want it in futures right now. Then you'll choose a start date of your session. I'll just choose the 1st of October at midnight to 30th of October midnight. And then you'll just select a starting balance. I'll just select 50 grand and then create session. Then this will pop up. I will not change my colors now because that's not going to happen because it takes time. So you guys are just going to have to stick with black background and green and red candles. Now, I've got this splitted because you can actually have split screens on Trade Seller. You cannot have that on TradingView without paying, but you can have that here. So that's because my S&P 500 and Nasdaq are correlated assets, so I need to see if they do price differences. For example, the SMT divergence that I was talking about in a previous video, we have one right here. That is why it's impossible for me to see if I don't have both assets up at the same time. Now, what you can actually do in backtesting is you simply just go in here and then you just click through the day with this button right here. Just gonna have to sync the time frame. And now I accidentally hit a new day. It doesn't matter. You actually just press through the button right here, and then the candlesticks will move. So now we're on the 2nd of October 2025. This was how the candlesticks moved that day. Then you could choose up here where you want to start. I want to start at 15 p.m. my local time because that is 9 a.m. in New York where I do my pre-market. And then I'll mark out and use my strategy here, and then I'll figure out if I want to buy or sell. Very, very simple. You'll use your strategy in the window that you trade. Make sure it's the window. You can practice it. You can drop down to lower time frames. You have your breakout structures and whatever you trade, trend lines, I don't care. So it's a really good tool for that. Now, let's say I want to sell right here. This is not analysis that I've done. This is just an example. Let's just actually just press. Yeah, that's better. let's say I want to short the market right here. I'll actually drop down to a low time frame. Let's say I want to short the market here. I'll put my stop loss here. I think my stop loss can be outside of this fair value gap, and my take profit will be. Let's flip this. It will look better if we just buy it. So I want to buy right here. I'll put my stop loss underneath, and I'll put my take profit at this high. 1 to 2 RR, that is respectable. Now, the simple thing in trade seller is that you do not have to calculate your risk size, your position size every time you take a trade, no matter what asset. You just press this position tool so it's chosen. You go out to the right, you select place order, then you say advanced order. You select if you want to have the risk taken off your current balance or your initial balance. I always use initial balance. I'll just say I want to risk 1%. It has then automatically chosen my stop loss and take profits because I chose this tool. I'll just hit buy, and now the order is open on my Nasdaq. Then this is not analysis, so this will probably be a loss, but we'll see. I'll just click through the trade, see what happens, if I win or lose the trade. And I actually won it. I have no idea how that was possible because there was no analysis of it. But this looks like a clean trade, but it was pure gambling because I did not use a strategy. But it hit TP. Now you have to remember when you trade backtesting, the emotions won't be there. All these over trading emotions won't be there. So just because you're super profitable on backtesting doesn't mean that you're going to be a millionaire by tomorrow, because your emotions aren't affected when you sit and click through live historical data. Your emotions are put to the test when you sit with your phone in your hand and the live markets, where you do not like. It's just a different thing. And this is also fake money. When you have real money, it's going to be much harder. But you have an understanding of what your win rate is, like approximately what your win rate is. Now, we've hit this. We want it. Now what we want to do is I just want to do a quick journal of it. So what I do is I press on journal out here. What happened right there? For the love of God, what happened? I'll just try and reopen it. We're back. Try again. Hit this journal button, then trade notes. Then we have my long right here. This is the trade I took right here. The latest trade you took will be at the top here. So when it comes more, then make sure the latest trade you took, if you want to journal this, it will be the one at the top. You press on this edit note. Then on the notes you'll have here, we can say took longs after a sweep of lows and wrong displacement higher. That's just an example. And then what I can do is I can press this camera button and then say copy image, and then put it underneath here. I can just put an image of my trade, so I can look back on it later. Then we have the playbooks, which is my playbook I chose when we created the session. Now this is not a real trade, so none of these things happened, but then I can select, okay, my key level was hit. I had a 5-minute break of structure. I had a 5-minute retrace. There was not choppy market conditions when I entered. There was actually a bit of choppiness, but so let's just uncheck that. We had a 1-minute break of structure in with value of a 79% extension, and there was no red filter news while I was in the trade. You can see that out here in the calendar. So if you choose what country, the country of the asset you trade, and then just select high impact news because that's what affects the markets the most. We can actually see October 3rd. There were not a trade when I was in this. When I was in it, there was not news when I was in the trade. You can see that here because it's October 3rd. It's firstly at 14:30 it comes out. NFP, dangerous news, by the way, so you do not want to be in a trade there. So it was lucky for me. And yeah, basically that's basically gonna be it for the trading. You can also, if you select this trade, you can, when you check your playbooks, you can have tags right here, like was I bullish, was it choppy market conditions, what is a loss or a win, what asset was it, was it a red folder news day, did I make any mistakes, was it a bad trade management, did I close too early, did I change the entry, and what happened in the trade exactly. I can select here, was it a fair value gap key level, etc. That is just tags that I created, but you can manage your own tags and settings. And then the last thing I want to show you guys about backtesting is if you hit dashboard in the backtesting session, then you can choose your sessions right up here. Then we can uncheck all the other one. Then I'll just check the YouTube test session, and it will show me exactly all the stats on the YouTube session that we just made. So you can see we took one win, so we have 100% win rate right now. That will of course go down later on because trading is a game of probabilities. You won't win every trade. And I made $609.09 demo money on this trade. So if this would have been a real trade, I would have made that money. You can also see in depth your trades. You can see reports right here. You can see reports like, you know, symbols, what was the best performing symbol, the least performing symbol, the most active symbol, the best win rate, all of this, which is very helpful for you to build your understanding of your strategy. So we can actually see right here, if I uncheck YouTube session and then I check all my Q1 2022, all my 2022 sessions, this is my whole 2022. So I made 19.8 grand, almost 20 grand. I took 98 trades. My trade win rate was around 70%, which is pretty cool. And you know, I can see all these in-depth stats. In January, I made $509. Then we have a very profitable 2 month, which is March and April. Then we have February, which was also pretty profitable. We have May, which was pretty profitable. December ended in a loss. So I can see here that, all right, December ended in a loss. So maybe I should be careful when I trade December month in real markets, for example. But that is going to be everything for this video, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe. It was just briefly overview of what backtesting is. And I have nothing more to say about it. And yeah, I'll just see you guys tomorrow where I'll be covering journaling. And once journaling is done, I'll cover for you guys my understanding of a strategy creation. I'll show you guys my strategy. And then I'll show you guys a way for you guys to make big money with low capital, basically. So yeah, that's gonna be everything for this video, guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.